Hello students, welcome once again. This is lecture number 7C. Before I go for property number 5, I want you all to tell me what will be the value of cosec inverse 2. Okay, so cosec inverse 2 is the angle for which cosec function has value 2. Like here, when I'm asking you what is cosec inverse 2, what I'm asking is the angle for which cosec value has 2, and you know that value is that angle is pi by 6. Why? Because cosec pi by 6 is 2. That's it. Tell me what will be sine inverse of 1 upon 2. That is, I'm asking you for what angle sine function has value 1 by 2. I'm asking you the angle for which sine function has value 1 by 2. And you know the angle is pi by 6 again. So from these two, as sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2. So from these two, what do you understand? You understand that sine inverse of 1 over 2 is equal to cosec inverse of 2. Hence, what we have to follow is sine inverse of number that you have, it will be equal to cosec inverse of reciprocal of this number. So this is 1 by 2 and here you have 2. And same thing here we have written. See, sine inverse of x is cosec inverse of 1 upon x. Sine inverse of x is cosec inverse 1 upon x. Some students, they commit mistake because they relate this particular result with trigonometric functions relation. In trigonometric function, cosec pi by 6 is equal to 1 upon sine pi by 6, or sine pi by 6 equal to 1 upon cosec pi by 6. That is, sine of x equal to 1 upon cosec x. Remember students, sine x equals to 1 upon cosec x if it is trigonometric function. Here it is inverse trigonometric function. So don't think sine inverse of x will be 1 upon cosec inverse x. No, it's not that. I repeat again, sine inverse of x is cosec inverse 1 upon x. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Cos inverse x is sec inverse of 1 upon x. You can repeat the video once again and listen and see what I'm trying to say. Tan inverse of x is cot inverse of 1 upon x. Next, sine inverse of minus x is minus of sine inverse x. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. You have to learn by heart these results, nothing else. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. Tan inverse of minus x is minus of tan inverse x. Then here, sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is pi by 2. Tan inverse of x plus cot inverse of x is pi by 2. Look at this result. Tan inverse of a plus tan inverse of b. Tan inverse of a plus tan inverse of b, you got plus sign here. When you have two tan inverse functions defined for some numbers a and b, then you can reduce this to single tan inverse. How? It is tan inverse of a plus b upon 1 minus ab. So let us write the same one with the alpha and beta. So tan inverse of alpha plus tan inverse of beta. What will it be? It will be tan inverse of alpha plus beta upon 1 minus alpha beta. Now this particular result which we are writing, when we will do inverse trigonometric function, then we will do one more part of it, that is with condition. As I told you, right now we need only this much. Then here you have tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b. So in these two, what's the difference? Here you got plus and here it is negative, minus sign. So when you have minus, the numerator will become tan inverse of a minus b. It will be a minus b. Check. When you had plus here, so it was plus here. When it is minus here, between the two, you have minus a minus b upon 1 plus ab. Write these results again and again, learn them by heart. Now we come to the main part. See, now I know if I write sine inverse of x, inverse trigonometric function, you know what I'm trying to say. So we will come to d by dx. This is what we were waiting for. So we have reached to our goal. D by dx of sine inverse x is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. D by dx of cos inverse x is minus 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Now how these all are coming, we will see later. This is all theory part. We are not doing it now. D by dx of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. D by dx of cot inverse x is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. D by dx of sec inverse x is 1 upon x into square root of x square minus 1, and d by dx of cosec inverse x is 1 upon x into square root of x square minus 1. This x is here multiplied. Okay. So these results also you will write and learn. Here you see this implication sign. Now why this implication sign? I'll tell you. When I have sine inverse function and the variable is x, you can check. I have sine inverse function, the variable is x, and I am differentiating with respect to x. So derivative is this. It is by definition. What will happen if I write it this way? D by dx of sine inverse of f of x. So students, check this out. What's happening here? It is which function, if I ask you recognize the function, d by dx of which function? It is sine inverse function. But tell me students, is the variable of sine inverse x? No, it is f of x. See, this time the variable is not matching this. So it is composite function. Its derivative will be, you know, d by dx of sine inverse x is 1 upon root 1 minus x square. So this will be 1 upon square root of 1 minus f of x square. Why f of x square this time? Because x is replaced by f of x into d by dx of f of x into d by dx of f of x. You know this part always you have to write whenever there is a composite function. Okay, now you will follow this and you will write for cos inverse x on your own. You will write d by dx of cos inverse f of x. I shall write it for d by dx of tan inverse. So d by dx of, tell me students, tan inverse f of x. You can pause the video and write it on your own. Tan inverse of f of x. Tell me what will this be? Tan inverse of f of x. Okay, check. What was d by dx of tan inverse x? D by dx of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So here what's happening? X is replaced by f of x. So it will be 1 upon 1 plus f of x square into d by dx of f of x. That's nice. Cot inverse x you will do. Now I am doing it for sec inverse x. D by dx of sec inverse x is 1 upon x multiplied to square root of x square minus 1. So here if I have d by dx of sec inverse of f of x, sec inverse of f of x. Please students, I want you all to pause the video and do this on your own. D by dx of sec inverse of f of x. Tell me what will this be? For that you will have to see first of all what is d by dx of sec inverse x. It is 1 upon x root of x square minus 1. Here x is replaced by f of x. So it will be 1 upon f of x multiplied to square root of f of x square minus 1 into d by dx of f of x. You will do for cosec inverse x. Okay, this completes the initial part of derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. Now we will go for solving problems.